Hey guys, what's going on? You're watching T-Bones Tech. In today's video, we are going to be comparing the Canon EFS 24mm F2.8 Pancake against the Canon EF 40mm F2.8 lens. Now, the biggest difference between these lenses is actually not their focal length. The biggest difference between both these two lenses is actually going to be the fact that one is an EFS lens and that one is an EF lens. So first, we'll start with the EFS 24mm lens. And this 24mm lens is only going to be compatible with cameras with APS-C size sensors. And that means it's only going to work with Rebel cameras or cameras like the Canon 80D or the Canon 7D. Any camera with a full frame sensor like the Canon 60 series or the Canon 5 series or the 1DX series are not going to be compatible with this lens. And that's actually the exact reason why Canon built the 40mm EF lens for full frame cameras. Now we're going to actually get into that here in a second, but first we have to talk about crop factors really fast. Canon's EFS lenses have a 1.6 times crop factor, which is going to turn this 24mm lens into the equivalent of a 38.4mm. Basically a 40mm, 35mm equivalent. So pretty much the exact same focal length on a full frame camera as this 40mm lens. And here is a quick demonstration of this. We have the 24mm lens on a T7i here on a tripod, and now we're going to pop on the 40mm lens on the Canon 6D. Now the tripod was in the exact same location and didn't move at all. We just switched the cameras out for each other. And here we can see that the field of view is basically the exact same on both these two cameras. So if you're looking for a nice 40mm lens and you have an APS-C camera, pick up the 24mm Pancake. And of course, if you have a full frame camera, you're gonna wanna pick up the 40mm lens. We said earlier in the video that the EFS lenses are not going to be compatible with full frame cameras. But will the EF lenses be compatible with APS-C size cameras? And the answer to that is yes, but you're going to have to apply a 1.6 times crop factor. So here is our 40mm lens and here is our APS-C body. And as you guys can see, they attach and they work absolutely perfectly, but we're going to have that 1.6 times crop factor. So 1.6 times 40 is going to give us an equivalent of a 64mm lens. And that's usually traditionally why there's not a lot of people who shoot with a 40mm lens on an APS-C camera, because 64mm is kind of a really weird focal length to use. So this 40mm lens is a little bit confused when putting it on an APS-C camera, but they definitely are compatible and they work just perfectly fine, and it is a sharp lens on this camera. It just does have a weird 64mm equivalent focal length, which kind of puts it in no man's land. Both these lenses are made in Malaysia and they have very nice all metal mounts, and they also have very decent build quality. They actually feel pretty solid and a little bit heavy considering their size, and they also have very nice STM autofocusing, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for video. It's going to be silent and relatively fast. When focusing, the front elements of the lenses are going to extend just a little bit, and that's definitely not a big deal breaker there. And both these two lenses take the exact same 52mm filter size. So in conclusion, both these lenses are very sharp, and basically if you're looking for a nice 40mm focal length, you're going to want to get the 24mm lens on an APS-C camera, and of course you're going to pick up the 40 on a full frame camera. I enjoy shooting with both these lenses, and I think they are a really good bargain considering the price tag. For current pricing and availability, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below where you guys can check these lenses out on Amazon. Amazon usually has the best deals on camera equipment just like this. If you guys have any questions about this, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer all the questions that I get. But that's all we got for you guys in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.